Here at EIB, we love to celebrate people who are impacting our society. Tonight is no exception. Good evening and welcome to Starr Chat, right here on Starr 103.5 FM. We're also live in Kumasi on Ultimate FM. In Takrady, you're listening to us on Empire 102.7 FM. Judges are like umpires, and umpires don't make the rules, they apply them. The role of an umpire and a judge is critical. They make sure everybody plays by the rules, but it is a limited role. Nobody ever went to a ball game to see the umpire. John Roberts, my guest tonight, might be a judge on occasion, but she rips up this court with finesse as she ensures that the rules apply, but is also the one many come to see. She arrived on this beautiful earth on the 7th of September, 1969. Her roots are traced to the intellectual nurturing hub of the central region of Ghana, precisely Asin. However, her academic hike began up the hills in the eastern region at the Brig Girls Senior High School, Bipo Suhan, Namenehene. Well, she decided to pursue tertiary education in the US of A. Completed university education at the University of Pennsylvania with PhD in bioengineering, and then spent 3 years at the Rutgers University, USA, postdoctoral fellow and founding director of the Cell Biology Laboratory at New Jersey Center for Biomaterials. A lot to be said about this great woman we're celebrating this evening right here on Starr Chat. Nationally, she served on the board of the National Nuclear Research Institute, pioneering Technical Advisory Committee on Medical Devices of the Food and Drugs Authority, right here in Ghana, and the Ghana Standards Authority Technical Committee on Metrology and Measurements. She's done a lot. Currently, she's serving on the board of the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, as well as the councils of the Ghana Communication Technology University. Wow. Also the immediate past president of the Ghana Society of Biomedical Engineers. As for the plethora of awards she's won, is simply inspiring. We can talk a lot more about it. Recently, in 2021, she was recognized as one of the many faces of physics, together with 11 other international personalities, including Catherine G. Johnson, the Institute of Physics IOP publishing Diversity and Inclusivity Campaign. Perhaps her most publicized national and international contribution is her role since 2006 as host, quiz mistress of the highly acclaimed National Science and Maths Quiz Competition. Tonight, let's welcome Professor Elsie Effah Kaufmann, renowned NSMQ quiz mistress and the Dean of Engineering at the University of Ghana. Welcome to the award-winning personality show, Starr Chat. How are you doing, Prof?
I'm very well, thank you. Oh, did you have to read all of that?
You deserve it. We're celebrating you.
Thank you.
You've done so well for your good self and for Woman Ghana. So we say thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to see you in living color, in flesh. You look very young and pretty.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm exhausted. It's been a long day.
I can imagine, Prof. So once again, good evening and welcome to Starr Chat.
Good evening.
Well, to our listeners out there, thank you for joining us. It's probably brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. A big thank you going out to Hubtel. Well, thank you, Hubtel, and also Coa Plus Mixture. We thank you. And to Tabia Takum. Thank you very much. So you're welcome. My name is Bola Ray, right here, and it's going to be an interesting session today because we are in for the big haul, the big one. You ready for that, Prof?
Let's see how it goes. You've been trying to surprise me for a while.
I know. Now the day is here. I look at the scale of work that you're responsible for, and I wonder, do you have time to unwind? Professor Kaufmann, do you do that, Elsie?
I try. I don't always succeed, but I try.
When you say you try, how do you mean?
I like to be around my children, family, my sister. We meet up and have some jokes together. Things like that.
You have time for jokes, so you're not just that serious.
When my sister shows up, I have to stop everything. Wow. That's the kind of sister I have. So.
What do you do for fun?
For fun, the things I'm doing because I have fun doing them. So don't be so surprised. The things some people think is so much work, I'm actually enjoying myself doing them.
You ease through it. I mean, it comes naturally to you.
I enjoy what I do.
You're passionate about it.
I am.
Wow, interesting. So what do you do that many will see that, wow, it's too academic, it's too, rigorous and all. For you, it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. If it's not fun, I'll stop doing it.
You live 5 minutes from your office. Are you married to your job?
I don't have any legal papers to show that.
Wow.
But I spend a lot of time in my office. Let me tell you a funny joke.
Please do.
Yeah, so my second daughter, Davis, one time I was telling my children that when I die, I would like to be cremated and then my ashes spread over some beautiful place, a place where I would enjoy for eternity. And Davis looks me in the eye and tells me, Mommy, that would be your office.
Interesting. They know you so well. So you want to be cremated one day when all is said and done?
Yes. I don't think I want to waste valuable land with a whole burial and mausoleum. And no. Just let me go in peace.
Interesting. You could have chosen to become anything in this world. What attracted you to physics and engineering as a woman?
The story to engineering is a long one. I started out here in Ghana as a normal student. You mentioned my secondary school. But as a student in Ghana, you know what happens. These were the 80s. And if you went to secondary school, you started out taking all of the subjects, really. So up to Form 3, you're doing every subject. I remember I got to a point where we were close to 20 subjects that we were studying. And then it's at this point that the teachers decide to sort. And so they make you write these exams, and then they sort. And usually, I don't know why they used to do that, but they will put the best students in the science class.
Right.
And then the next will go to another group.
You have an issue with that?
Yeah, I think people should be allowed to do what they have passion for. Yes. But anyway, that was a selection that I went through, and I happened to be in the top class. So I became a science student. The thing was, I could have done any of the subjects, but I was put in the science class.
So against your will you say at the time?
No, it wasn't against my will. I was enjoying that as well.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
But I didn't know where it was going to lead me. And in those days, and even now, when you wind up in the science class and you happen to do well in the science class, you're supposed to go to medical school and be a medical doctor. So that was the path I was following until I got a chance to leave Ghana on scholarship to go to the United World College of the Atlantic. So even when I got there, we're doing the International Baccalaureate. Even there, I was still pursuing this medical school agenda. Yes. It was, and I got into university eventually. That's a whole series of other stories. But I eventually went to University of Pennsylvania. I went to University of Pennsylvania to go study bioengineering without really knowing what it was. The prospectus that I read said it was application of the sciences to problems in healthcare. And I had been told that you don't go to the US and start doing medicine right away. So I needed to do a pre-med program. And I was told that bioengineering was really good because the medical schools like bioengineering students. And after reading this application of sciences and technology to healthcare, I felt that was the best thing to do.
Right.
And so that's how I wound up in bioengineering. The thing was, in bioengineering classes, you will find many of the seniors who eventually go on to medical school. So it was possible for us to interact with students who had been through where we were and gone on to medical school. And that's when I found out, first year, the courses were just amazing. I remember introduction to bioengineering. We were supposed to be the engineers of the future and come up with solutions to problems that would be happening in the future.
And that got you excited?
That got me so excited. I really enjoyed that course. I had so much fun in there. And then we met the medical students and we asked them, so what do you do in medical school? And what they described was a whole lot more boring than what we were doing. So I decided I'll stay.
So then you had to.
That's how I wound up in engineering.
In engineering.
Yes.
Wow.
And by that time, I was also trying to figure out what my contribution to the world was going to be. Because when I left Ghana on scholarship, I remember being told that we had to go out there and come back and make a difference. That's the whole idea of the United World Colleges. And so I had been wondering, so what is it I'm going to come back to come and do? Where is my difference going to come from? And when I started doing bioengineering, I remember those days we didn't have the WhatsApp and all those things. My parents used to have to wait in line at the post office to make phone calls. Wow. Yes. And I remember my father on the phone asking, so this bioengineering you say you are doing, do you know we don't have it in Ghana? What are you going to come and do? Does it mean you are not coming back? These were questions he asked me.
Legitimate questions.
Yes, and that was when it clicked. And I said, that's the difference I'm going to come and make.
Wow. So certainly no regret at all not doing medicine and following your path.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not
right.
At all.
As we go on, we'll delve deep, and get into it, bioengineering. But God, family, your job, rearrange it in order of priorities for you.
It will have to be God, family, and the job.
And the job. I like that. Men, alcohol, money. Which was your greatest temptation?
None.
Money didn't tempt you, or never been.
I have never been motivated by money. If you think if you think it's money that's going to get me to do something, you are.
Forget it.
Yes, and my whole family was like that. That's how we were raised.
I love that.
So money is a tool to get certain things done. If you have it, you are supposed to use it for the benefit of society and the people that you have been entrusted to take care of. You don't go chasing for money just for the sake of money.
I love that.
So for me, it's not what motivates me, to be honest. Otherwise, many of the things I do, I would not do.
You would not do it?
Definitely not. Men.
Growing up, did you have a lot coming your way?
I was a very quiet person.
Are you still a quiet person?
I think so. I think so. So I was very quiet. If you find my schoolmates, they will tell you I was not going after men or anything of the sort. Eventually, yes, I did get married. So yes, the men came into play.
The men came to. Growing up, what kind of daughter or girl were you? Quiet.
I was quiet. I'm a mommy's girl. I still am.
Mama ba?
Yes, I still am. My mom was my best friend. She still is my best friend. I talk with her every day. After this, I'm going to have a chat with her.
Oh, you are? Every day you speak to your mom?
Every day, yes.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, we catch up with each other.
Wow. And for you, primary school was where?
Okay, I started school at ATTC demonstration school in Winneba.
Okay.
See, now it's a University of Education Winneba. Yes. So my father was teaching at ATTC.
In Winneba?
Yes, in Winneba. And that's why I started school. I didn't go to nursery school. I started class 1 straight. And I was there for some 3 years and then moved on to Kuforidia, where I went to Nanakweku Boating Experimental School. And from there, that's when I went to secondary school.
Every girls.
Yeah, I actually wrote the common entrance twice.
Twice?
Yes, the first time I was skipped from my class to join some seniors 2 years ahead of me.
2 years ahead of you?
Oh, yes.
So you bumped?
No, I actually passed the common entrance.
Okay.
I was 10 years old and I was admitted to St. Rose's Secondary School. Oh. My father looked at me and said, no, you're not ready, you're not going. I had some resentment for some time because of this. But eventually, I understood him. Wow. I understood him. So I returned to my class and then wrote the common entrance and then went to Ebri Girls this time.
So you passed when you were 10 years
of
age?
Yes.
And you were to go to St. Rose's?
Yes.
Wow, brilliant kid.
Oh,
10.
Yes, I was
Interesting.
really tiny in
I was
those
watching
days.
a video. Yeah, there's a student like that at Presec gone, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he's 12 years, and that was amazing. So
Yeah.
you did it at age 10.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
Form 1.
Yeah.
Interesting. So then you go to Abri Girls.
Yes, I turned 12 at Abri Girls. When I got there, I think I was still 11. Yes, wow. I turned 12 there. Yes.
And you did 1 to upper 6 at Abri Girls, or 1 to 5, or
Form 5. Form 5. Then I got the opportunity to leave Ghana.
On scholarship?
On scholarship. I went to the United World College of the Atlantic.
Interesting. Let's stay at Abri Girls. You
Yes.
know, Biposo Han.
Nyamene Hene.
Mm-hmm. How was it like back in the day? So you were there, what, in the 80s?
I was there in the 80s.
How was it like at Abri Girls?
81, 82.
Wow.
That's when I joined.
How was it like at Abri Girls? Fill us in.
Life was hard. Life was really difficult. Those were the days. These days you go there and you see water flowing in pipes.
It wasn't the case back then?
No, we had never seen water before flowing out of those. So during the dry season, when water was difficult to find, we had to forage around. We had to, oh my goodness. And then you have to remember 82, the drought. Oh, you're too young.
Oh, no, I know. Right.
So you can imagine that happened when I was there. So life was not easy at all, but we found a way of surviving.
Interesting. You had a nickname back then in school?
Oh.
Yes.
Do we need to talk about it?
Why not?
They used to call me all sorts of things.
Oh, really? Like what? Maybe 2 of that.
I remember, I think I had to mention Melody.
Melody.
My classmate, Melody Ofori. I think she's the one that gave me this name, the man from Uncle.
That was your nickname?
That was what they were calling me.
Wow.
These days, my classmates, they started calling me Prof some years ago.
Wow.
Yes, even when I wasn't a prof.
So you were an A student. You didn't just bloom into intelligence later on in life. You right from the beginning.
I'm blessed.
You're a prof.
I'm blessed.
You are blessed. Great brains you have. And
thank you.
Yeah, we respect, we adore, we cherish you. That's why we're celebrating you. You mentioned earlier you were the shy type, but were you also confident in asking for what you want?
Not so much. Not when I was in Ghana. I was a typical Ghanaian student. I was even afraid the day I was called to consider the scholarship that I eventually got. I was so afraid because to go to Mrs. Sesibe's office, I was quaking.
Was a big deal for you?
Yes, because I tried to be very quiet so that I don't attract any attention and get into any trouble. I was afraid of seniors. I mean, so which voice did I have in those days? None. I basically wanted to survive the system.
Is it a cultural thing with our system here?
It's a cultural thing with us. It's a cultural thing with us.
Because when you went to the USA, it wasn't like that. You found
no,
a voice.
by that time I had already found my voice. I found my voice when I went to the United World College of the Atlantic. So I get, first of all, even the selection process. To be selected and told that you are going to this wonderful place and you are going to be representing Ghana. Wow. What a responsibility, right? And then I get there and I find out everything is different. In class, we used to sit in these circles. Can you imagine French class, literature, English literature class? And we sit in these circles and the teacher is there asking my opinion.
Right.
We had this course called the Theory of Knowledge. The Theory of Knowledge, all kinds of controversial topics that I thought we would never be allowed to discuss here in Ghana. We were there discussing them and forming opinions. You can't pass without having an opinion. And I took my role also seriously. So if I'm making an opinion, it has to be an intelligent opinion because Ghana is a very special place. So that was why I found my voice.
Wow.
So to reason, to think through issues, to have an opinion so that you know you're contributing. If it's a solution to a problem we are coming up with, there's a contribution
and
from
you
Ghana.
Found
that was
when
why I
you
found
were
my
on
voice. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Let's stay with family and talk about, you mentioned your children. How many children?
I have 3 of them.
3.
Amazing
people. Wow.
Oh, yes.
They're all here in Ghana?
No, right now I have one in Ghana. She also went to University of Pennsylvania, but she's back. She's been working for Ghana.
Wow.
She started out as a digital marketing executive.
Yeah, that's great.
And now she's a customer experience expert or some wonderful title that she has.
Wow.
So she's amazing. She's amazing.
Any of them taking after you, like engineering fixes?
Maya, the one I just mentioned, is the one who was a science student. By the way, in her year group, she was the best science student in her class.
Wow.
She went to a Bruegels.
It's a tradition, huh?
Oh, well. And then she went to the University of Pennsylvania. She went there. When she was going, she told me she was going to study biological basis of behavior. And I sent her off. Then later on, when I started talking to her about her courses, she was studying all kinds of strange things. Anthropology. Oh, dear. So some social sciences. All sorts of things. She even turned around, said she was going to do forensic science, and she spent a lot of time studying all kinds of interesting things. And when I would ask her, she says, doesn't matter. I'm trying to understand human beings.
Wow. Getting into sociology and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So she's trying to understand human beings. And basically her understanding of human beings led her to a psychology degree, which she's now using in her job.
Right.
Okay, so the sciences...
So you don't push your children to follow a particular path and say, well, mom is in academia, professor and all of that, so to the path.
No. I appreciate my parents a lot because they gave me the freedom to go and do things they didn't understand or know about. And it's the same kind of joy that I want my children to have. So my two other children did not do science at all, although my youngest now is in the sciences.
Wow.
So,
is that something that you encourage Ghanaian parents to also follow through and say,
yes.
It helps a lot, right?
Because you cannot be excellent at something you are not passionate about.
That's deep.
Yes. And so when the children start telling you that they have interest in this area or that area, you really need to listen. As a parent, I see myself as a coach and a guide. I will provide you with enough information to make wise choices. And hopefully, you will make those wise choices. The mistakes you make, I try to allow you to make certain types of mistakes, the reversible types.
I like that.
and then you become an independent person. At the end of the day, you have to take responsibility for your choices. So I allow them to do what they like. I am more interested in having them explore what contributions they can make to the world, as opposed to forcing my views or opinions on them.
What kind of mother are you?
You need to be asking my children this.
No, but for you, what did they tell you?
I had a plan for them, and I try to have a good relationship with my children. I tell them every time that my job is really to make myself progressively redundant in their lives, and that I hope that when I'm completely redundant, they will still choose to associate with me.
Wow.
Yes. So I give them a lot of respect. I give them opportunities to show they are responsible. I give them more and more freedom as the years go by. Now they are all young adults. They don't really need me.
You're such a sweet mom. I'm loving it with all that you say. But how did you meet the father of your wonderful children? It was where?
We met at the University of Pennsylvania. We were both students at the University of Pennsylvania, and that's how we met.
Your name Kaufmann. So he's
He's American. He's American. You know, Americans are from all over the place.
Places, yeah.
So
that's a German touch for me, but
certainly. Yes, unfortunately, the marriage did not last.
Oh, so you are divorced?
Yeah, I am. Yes.
You've been, but the children are here with. Okay, you said some of them are out, and then one is here with you. So you've been divorced for how many years?
Oh, too many years. I don't even remember.
So no money.
Early 2000.
Are you? Can people apply? Can people come through and?
Please don't do that.
You are single, good looking. Are you searching? Or you give them the problem of the day? Look at you, blushing.
Yeah.
Any man in your life now?
I'm not.
Why is this
any men right now?
A difficult question to answer?
No, I don't want to be talking about any men right now.
No
I have
men
too
now.
many things that
too
I'm
many
doing.
Things. Interesting. No problem. But people can apply. People can try their luck. Because I have a message that came through.
Hey.
I mean, just for you. That is she single? Do you want to know? And ready to mingle? Are you ready, quiz mistress?
let's talk about all the work I'm doing, and let's see if there's time.
There's time and room. No problem. But it's fine. Any heartbreaks when before you met your husband? Did any man disappoint you? Has any man disappointed you ever? Broken your heart, like they say. Now the kids say breakfast. Have you ever been served? Yes. Did any man disappoint you along the way that you're like, oh God, why?
Not that I remember. Oh,
really?
Not that I remember.
Smooth sailing for you.
Not that I remember. Of course, when you get married, you are expected to stay in it for life, right?
That's right.
And so I consider the breakup of a marriage one of my biggest failures. Yes.
One of your biggest failures?
Yes.
But
because I went in there. I went in there for life.
For life, and life happened to you.
It happened to me, yes.
You see that to be a failure in your life? You think about it sometimes, yourself sitting by yourself. Why did it happen?
At the time that it was happening. Now I don't even.
You've gotten over it.
I'm well over it. Oh, goodness.
God bless you. I love that. You have to live life.
Yes, life must go on.
I love that.
Yes.
But initially it was difficult, right?
It was difficult.
For young ladies who are listening to us and maybe going through that phase or period, what words of encouragement will you give them?
First of all, you need to make wise choices and understand what you are getting into before you even get in there. Right? So know that human beings are not static. So if you get married based on what you see at that time, note that you are going to be growing. The person may or may not grow. So find somebody who can grow with you.
Oh, epic. You were married for how many years?
Oh dear, 13 years.
13?
I think. Yeah, I think. I told you, there are certain things
you've moved on. I love that. But ever since you became quiz mistress, have you enjoyed the public spotlight on your person, your work? How's it like? How are you balancing that and how are you handling it?
The quiz mistress thing, I think some people think I have nothing doing all year round. And then when it comes to the quiz, suddenly I appear and this is the only thing I do. No. I have a full-time job.
Wow. You're the dean.
Yes, now I'm dean of engineering sciences at the University of Ghana. A lot of work, and I have a lot of things
Huge
that I'm
responsibility.
doing. Exactly. I am an academic. I have to do research. I am an academic. I have to teach. Right, and I have to do these administrative duties, and so I have plenty of things that I do. So being in the limelight, what the quiz did was to bring to the limelight all the things that I used to do quietly.
Right.
So now everything is amplified. Anything I say is interesting. I'm sure even as we are talking now, there are people commenting on what I'm saying. Right? Is that not true?
I know, yes. And we have lots of messages coming in just for you. So we can imagine. But how's it like? You sometimes wish that, wow, not the spotlight for me. I wish I was just there, as a backbencher. Sometimes does it hit you?
Yeah, sometimes it's not an advantage to be in this kind of situation. And it's mainly because of the perceptions that people have. So I remember one time a mechanic told me, you're always sitting on TV, whatever bill I give you, you should be able to pay.
He said that to you?
Oh, yeah. I've been told before.
Wow.
Yes. Or the many people every academic year that expect me to sponsor their education. People that get admissions to universities outside with huge tuition fees, and they contact me. And
life of a celebrity, huh? It ain't easy.
Unfortunately, this thing I do on the side for sometimes almost nothing. Wow. Does not cater for the kind of things that people expect me to be able to do. I'm grateful that I seem to be so well off, and that's good, right?
That's good.
But the reality on the ground is sometimes very different.
It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah. My capabilities sometimes are limited as compared to what people think I should be able to do.
But also there are some freebies and some advantages. Clearly, you get to be extended some courtesies. You go to certain places, and clearly there are some advantages. Why not?
Yes, there are some advantages. There are definitely some advantages. I get to whisper into the ears of some people who are maybe powerful enough to do certain things. Yes. I get a chance to speak here. Hopefully people will listen.
That's right.
That opportunity to be able to make a difference, that because of, visibility that I definitely appreciate.
I love that because, you seem to be a person of impact. You want to reach out and touch hearts, and that is great. Your academic life has been rooted in the world of physics, clearly. Are you happy with the state of academia's influence on public policy?
No, I think we can do more. Yes, but you have to understand what academia is like. So if you take on an academic career these days in Ghana, right, and in fact in many places around the world, there are 3 things we are supposed to do. The first one is the teaching, right? So we need to have a discipline that we are engaging the young people of the future, training them up to be able to do certain things for the future. The teaching is extremely important. I take that very seriously. Then there is the research. The research is coming up with new knowledge, coming up with solutions to problems, and that also has impact in society. The third one is service. Okay, so service means service to your department, service to the university community, service to your country, service to the world. Okay, so these are the things that we are supposed to be doing. Now, we are all human, right? And so what happens is we tend to look at the things that bring us certain rewards, right? So if the reward is around promotions, rising in the ranks of academia, and the assessment methods that are used to get us to rise have nothing to do with development of policy. Why will we spend our time doing that? So we know that we are supposed to do the research, create knowledge, and publish the work. Publications.
Right.
And so we are very good at doing that. But it is not all of the work we do that we find a way of translating into policy or into even implementing in our communities to make impact.
So we have a lot to do right here in our country. And
we do.
You mentioned research. As a researcher, you realize that most of the work done in our universities are funded externally. Does that show a lack of research and science in our decision making as a country?
It does, because you have to know that if you are getting someone to sponsor your research, they are sponsoring you because they want some outcome. So they are directing the agenda, usually, right? There are certain places where you will be able to do things that are of interest to you, but in the long run, you must be accountable for whatever you get out of these sponsorships. Right? So if we want to direct the types of research that is getting done here, we must be willing to invest in it. So, for example, earlier this year, some months ago, I did a radio interview. I'm not going to mention the details, but they were concerned about the traffic lights in Ghana, why they are not working.
Right.
And they called me because I'm in engineering. What are the engineers doing about this in my school? So I explained to them that yes, the traffic light problem is a coursework. Is if you go to our computer engineering department, in the basic electronics courses, they are going to be discussing these things with the students. The students know how to program a traffic light.
Why don't you get in there to fix it, Prof?
Exactly, it's not a big deal. However, if I spend all of my time teaching these basics, remember, research is about creation of new knowledge. If you have done traffic light repairs in Ghana, who is going to be interested in publishing such a thing? So I asked them, so what motivation do my lecturers have to stop what they are doing to come and work on this problem when there is no reward in it? The next thing is, okay, so then I found out, I actually went to my Department of Computer Engineering. Some of the lecturers, they are doing interesting things. They wanted to look at the management of the traffic lights in all of Accra, and they needed data. And they could not get anyone to provide them with the data.
There's no data on how our traffic system...
Not that there is no data. The people who
are not willing to...
who are custodians of that data may not be willing to share so readily with you. And even when they do get data, if they need hardware to be able to do certain things, who is going to fund it? Right now, some of my lecturers are funding student projects themselves.
Wow. They are the lecturers?
Yes. So if we want our lecturers and our students to solve these problems, we should provide incentives for them to be able to do so. I have a conference coming up tomorrow. Yes, we are engaging industry. I have been
is industry supporting you? Because we should have that link between academia and industry.
I've been working very hard to engage industry. So we are going to have deliberations for industry to come and see what we've been doing in the school.
Right.
For them to understand what it is that we do. Our keynote speaker is coming from University of Warwick. He's the dean of the Warwick Manufacturing Group. This is an amazing place. I visited in June. I was taken by surprise. The things they are doing there. They are doing research and they are doing work to benefit industry. So I want him to come and tell us a story from there. You see, so there are things that we can do here, but we need the support to be able to do it.
You need the funding, you need the support.
We need funding and interest
That's right.
to be able to do that.
What is your take on the free SHS program, candidly?
Okay. Free SHS is a very good thing because it addresses one of our issues, access to education. But I'm not so sure that it's addressing another one of our needs, which is quality education. So access to education, we are doing very well, and the free SHS has done an amazing job of that. In the past, I remember I had a conversation with someone. If you're looking for a house help, some years ago, yes, you can easily find house helps because people graduate from junior high school. They are not able to continue because they don't have the funding to be able to support them to go to senior high school. Now you have difficulty finding house helps.
In school.
They are all in school. That is a good thing, right? So it helps to create access to education. But what they are getting out of what we are giving them, I am not so sure.
So the quality is where you have a problem.
I have
because there's a school of thought that suggests that universities do not get the right raw materials from senior high schools as a result of how free SHS is run. Do you see the same? And I think that is where you're driving.
Are you talking to me or talking to someone else?
I'm talking
because I know we have excellent material from our high schools.
Wow.
If we look at our young people that show up on stage with me, are you convinced that we don't have good products?
So
we do have good products. If you look at the universities around the world, in fact, North America now, you see our program, our National Science and Math program, it's a program that unearths our best, our brightest and our best, and they are now available to other schools around the world.
Wow.
And they do come and recruit them.
They do?
They do. We have many of our products out there in other universities. Whether they come back to support us, I don't know, because I don't see any program in place to get them to come back. Yes. So we have very good products, and when they go out there, they do very well.
Right.
They do extremely well.
So it means that the free SHS program is not something that is...
But the numbers, see, the numbers.
Okay.
So I get the best and brightest to sit with me on stage and do what we showcase so well. But the majority, what is happening with them, we need to talk about that as well. But it's not because we don't have the potential. If we are the schools are giving the right resources, the teachers are giving the right tools, and encouraged to change some of the methods we use in teaching, we might be able to see very good products coming out of there.
There's a question from a listener, and his name is Joshua. And Joshua says that the Education Minister, Dr. Yaw is embarking on an aggressive shift to STEM education, even from the basic level. That should be exciting for you, right?
It's very exciting for me. And that's one of the things. For science, yes, that is one of the things that I appreciate Dr. Duchim for. Because, if STEM education is done well, please take note. You see my issues with quality.
Yes,
if it's done well, you produce problem solvers of the future. You produce people who think analytically, who can think critically, who are the problem solvers that you are going to need to make a difference in our communities, right? So it doesn't matter. It's a way of thinking, it's a way of life, that STEM, right? That training you get, you can use it anywhere. I hear people complaining that we are not paying attention to other subjects, and are you aware that these same principles I've talked about, the critical thinking, the problem solving, can be applied in other disciplines as well? Correct. Even in English language, in history, it's the approach, the way in which you approach these subjects and the way you integrate them into problem solving that is most important.
Interesting. So with time reading, some 18 minutes to 8. Professor Elsie Kaufmann is our guest right here on Star Chat. My name is Bola Ray, and a big thank you to our sponsors, MTN, everywhere you go. Thank you to Haptel, and also saying a big thank you to Coa Plus Mixture and to Tabia Mixture. Thank you very much. You have been quiz mistress since 2006. Which competition has been the toughest for you first, before we get to the most exciting? Top of mind, which do you recall as the toughest?
These questions are not going to lead anywhere because I have a coping mechanism.
Let's see.
My mechanism is to forget the contest I have just finished. So if you ask me about details of contest,
So you do and forget it. You don't
do and forget. Wow. So you'll see me on stage. I have a book.
Yeah.
I keep record of all the scores. That is what I can use to reflect, to find out.
You don't memorize, you just do it and go, so you just keep a diary or a book?
Yes, so I just keep going. So if you ask me what the details of any contest, I will not remember.
So you don't even know the most exciting, the toughest?
No.
So the toughest you know, but most exciting?
Most exciting I will not even remember.
Really?
Yes. So I do and forget. If you ask me what my best contest was, is the last one I did.
That's very diplomatic. So even not the most disappointing, right? No.
No. Well, there are some contests, you think that students should do better and they don't.
Right.
And for the moment, I get upset. If you watch me, you will see that when the students are unable to answer questions, it upsets me a lot. The reason being, I'm so invested in these questions. I spend a lot of time with the consultants. We discuss every single question. Yes. Wow. Actually, I would like to use this opportunity to explain some of the things that go on.
Walk us through it, madam.
Because there are certain myths and perceptions. There are people who are commenting without knowing anything. And it's actually amusing, but also sometimes very worrying. Okay. So first of all, it's an academic program. We are very passionate about the questions that we present on there, and we work very hard to improve every year. If you look at the types of questions we're asking during the time of Professor Ramadi, if we bring those questions to our contestants now, they will accuse us of insulting their intelligence. Right? So we have evolved over the years. But you have to note that the concepts have not changed. Not much, really. So it's a big challenge to keep engaging our audiences year after year. 30 years down the line, the questions are still interesting and relevant to these students. You have to know somebody is working very hard.
Very hard, indeed.
So yes, so it comes to the consultant team. The consultant team works year round. Okay, they are coming up with these exciting and relevant questions. If you notice, we are doing more and more application. And the fact that our students are not able to get high scores in the problem of the day should tell you that they have issues with application. Okay, so we are making the program more and more application-based in terms of applying the concepts to solving certain types of problem. But it is a quiz program at the end of the day, and it is a game at the end of the day. The sooner you understand and appreciate that, the sooner you have peace.
Because it's the role of judging and determining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have rules. We have very strict rules. In fact, this year the rules are more than 4 pages long.
The rules alone?
The rules alone. Before any school agrees to be part of it, there is an orientation. They get the rules and they agree to these rules, which is why it's surprising when certain things happen. Okay. So we go over, as I'm mentioning with the consultants, we go over all these questions, right? One by one, we read them. We agree what the answer is going to be. But of course, we are all human. We can make mistakes. So at the end of the day, when I get the questions, I also go over them and I try to make sure that I'm convinced that these are the answers. My consultants will tell you sometimes I don't allow them to sleep. I am sending them redos. I am rejecting questions.
Oh, you do reject questions?
I have to. Yes.
So it's not so you're sitting on a high horse and questions are set or consultants meet and they bring it to you to present. You are actively involved to get...
I consider myself the general consultant.
I love that.
Okay. So I have to be able to accept what it is I'm presenting out there. Because sometimes you cannot predict the kind of answer that will come. If you don't have conviction that you know what the answers are, you will be in a mess.
And on that, Prof, just to build up, you said every school will have to go through with you and sign the rules of engagement.
I don't know whether they sign. That's the job of prime time to ensure that the schools understand the rules. Okay. So let's talk about some of these rules, which all these contestants know. Usually my problems are not with contestants. My problems are with the general public who know nothing about these things and are ready to comment.
You get irritated and sometimes, disappointed. Some of the comments on social media, address them.
Okay. So the thing is something like round 2, speed race. The rules are actually very strict and the students know this very well, which is why they have strategies. Sometimes they will not even attempt the question at all because they know the answer must be perfect in that round. You cannot, and they are allowed to guess from the beginning, which is why I haven't finished reading a question. You will find students ringing and answering. The fact that you are giving an answer explaining all sorts of things doesn't mean that is what the question is. So the fact that you are saying all kinds of things and you think those are the answers, I can tell you no, because that is not what the answer is supposed to be, because that's not the question I have asked you. And you didn't wait to hear the question. Okay? So the fact that your contestant was busily explaining something, it doesn't mean, and the things they are saying are right, it doesn't mean I have to accept. That is not the question I asked you, and they know this very well. That is one thing. The other thing also is that we tell them, give your answers unambiguously. Sometimes there are different ways of providing the answers. But we give you enough information for you to be able to present your answer. Remember, nobody is writing the answers for us. So you have to be able to vocalize the answer in a way that is unambiguous.
Wow. We'll come to that. I know in judging and determining which school. Yeah, please.
Yes, another thing is, okay, so the fact that people are so willing and happy to comment without knowing also convinces me that we need a STEM. Because if you are a critical thinker, you've gone through that process, you will analyze what you are about to say before you put it out there. Smear campaigns, scandals, slander.
Does that get you bored, get you your skin, or sometimes you just...
I usually have a very thick skin.
Okay, but sometimes it does
yes,
get you.
Because you see, you have to understand that the consultant team, including me myself, we are also professionals.
Correct.
We deal with young people. I told you I have a full-time job. When I go to class, I must have credibility. So you are out there saying anything anyhow, in spite of all the work we put into producing these things and doing quality checks on our questions, and you think it's just nothing and we know nothing. Do you ever think to find out how it will impact on the students we are teaching?
Well, we have Mami Sewa sending this, and it says, Bola, some have raised issue with how she comes to a decision on points given to answers, for answers to questions. Some say her discretion is more than what the marking scheme ought to be.
Oh,
is there any truth in that? So Mami Sewa was
no. So I tell you that it's a consultant that sets the questions. Of course, I have input into the question. At the moderation meeting, when we read every single question, we even decide, as general consultant, it's my job to ask, how should I allocate the marks? So for most of the questions, it's 3 points, right? For what do I give this mark? And the consultants will have input into this. And it's not just one person. Remember, we have 4 subject consultants, and then there is me. 5 of us, and we agree that this is how we are going to allocate the marks. And then suddenly I get to the stage and you think I ignore everything that we have gone through over months before we come and sit there.
So a lot of work is done behind the scene before the actual day.
Exactly. And by the way, the schools have the opportunity to challenge anything, and they do it regularly. If you have not been to a contest, you don't see some of these things.
Thanks for bringing clarity, to this, and also telling us about it. But following commentary on social media, some say you are biased towards Presec Legon. I believe you've heard that because you attended the Bree Girls, SHS. How does that make you feel, Prof?
Like I said, I have a very thick skin. If you're waiting for me to give wild reactions, I will ignore you. Wow. Big time. I expect people to think critically. My cousin got to me. See, I feel sorry for my family members. Not me myself.
Them, yeah.
Not me myself. I feel sorry for my family. It's because it's my family members who will come. Oh, they are saying that you hate the Cape Coast schools. What benefit do I have in hating so many schools? Then there's the Kumasi schools. When they win that one, they won. You see the jubilation. They forget about me. When they lose, anybody that loses is because of me.
You have a difficult task, I must say.
It's a difficult task. It's a difficult task.
Don't you worry.
But I feel like I'm doing something right. Because
right.
a school that feels that I really hate them one year, the following year, I'm being biased in their favor.
You want to say hi to Pempe College?
Oh.
How did you take that news?
Pardon?
With Pempe and all of that, with what went on, and some say, oh, they're going to take you on a question. And even at the finals with OWAS, I think you had to come back to correct a negative for something.
Yes.
How did that happen? Maybe for the first time exclusively. Tell us what went in.
Okay, so I told you that we check these questions over and over again. And yet it's a human thing. In fact, people should be wondering how come we have such a low percentage error on a program like this.
True.
It's amazing. Every time I'm amazed that we have such a low error percentage. So we are human. So if you notice, what happened was I went through the round, and then there was a subject consultant that came up on stage to come and check what he had on there. And the calculation, there was something wrong with the calculation. So, and when we are wrong, by the way, when we are wrong, we stop the program. We present the right thing because we know people are learning out of this. So the fact that some of the things we ignore should tell you that we are convinced that our answer is right. And I wish to say that our teachers should be more interested in teaching the right things also. They should be very interested in that. I know that the whole program has become so monetized.
Yeah,
and
which
so,
I'll come to, yeah.
So there are people who are working and thinking that they should go far in the program so they get financial rewards. If you do that and you forget that you're a teacher who should care about the students learning the right things, we have a problem.
Wow. Because the old students have brought lots of attention to the NSMQ. Yes. But as an academic, are you seeing this translate into more investment and, funded interest in the competition and science in our secondary schools?
Yes, I know the old students are investing in their schools. Which is a very positive thing. But I'm hoping that they are not investing only for their NSMQ teams. They should invest so that the positive effects extend to the wider student population.
Love that.
Yes. So if they are doing that, that is wonderful. Yes. But I plead with all of us. We need to raise a level of critical thinking in this country, as I have mentioned. Take time to find out about our rules so that when something happens, you figure out whether I have really been biased or whether I am following the rules.
Interesting.
Which we all agree to before we begin.
Good. At the 2017 finals of the NSMQ, your handbag went missing. What was going through your mind? Elsie, tell us about it. When you discovered that, how did you handle it?
I lost faith in human goodness for a little bit.
Really?
Yes.
You were taken
but
aback,
I had become very predictable. I had been doing it for some years. And every year, my last responsibility is to hand over the trophy to the winning school. I normally pack all of my things in my bag. And by the way, I would have been with that bag for a month while the competition is going on. So I have a lot of things in there to make me comfortable. My glasses, my spare glasses, everything that I need really would be in that bag. So I pack everything into the bag. I leave it at my desk, and I get up and I go and do the handing over and the photo opportunity things. Then I come back. This 2017 was our first time at the National Theatre. I don't think the production team had made adequate arrangements for, because nothing like this had ever happened, so we were not prepared for it. Everybody was allowed on that stage. There was no security to stop anyone from coming to the stage. So while I was busily doing my last duties, somebody went to my desk and took my bag. That's how it happened. So by the time I returned to pick up my bag, it was not there. It was gone.
And I know, spur of the moment, you were just lost in it. I mean, you couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Wow. Interesting. Well, we have some messages coming in, and this one is from Nanaya Okakari, watching us in Virginia. And he says, thumbs up for the good work. Well with you. And this one says, this isn't a question. It is an error I wish her to admit with hindsight. The answer by Stephen of Opokuwari with respect to the 10 rule should have been allowed. Let's be honest. That's from, yes, that's from Stephen.
May I comment on that?
Please do.
First of all, these contestants know I've already explained round 2. If I have not asked you a question, I haven't asked you to explain things. First of all, should you be explaining anything? That already was an infringement. Okay, next thing was, remember I told you, consultant team, we go through every question. If you look at my sheet on that day, that question had underlined the details of the answer that was expected.
Okay.
I was not going to ignore it.
Right.
5 different consultants agreeing this is the answer. And I should come there because you have to give me an answer and you're explaining when I haven't even finished. The explanation was not necessary. It was not even part of the thing. And if I had given it to him, the other contestants on that stage would have complained that I was being biased for them.
Okay, so Kwame Frimpong, there you go. Because you're also asking, how does she feel not awarding the marks to Opokuwari School for the 10%?
I feel very happy.
You feel very happy not awarding it?
Yes, because I was firm in the decisions we had all agreed to take.
All right. Ofosu Odro says, Bola, watching your program, Star Child is number 1. Thank you very much. But what school does she support in NSMQ? Because we need our doubts to be cleared. Clearly, you don't take sides.
I don't take sides. I have no interest in any school. I don't know the contestants from anywhere. I am not interested in any school. When I get there, I'm there to do a professional job. Because, you see, this is why you should be careful about slandering someone. Because without that reputation for fairness, I would not have lasted this long.
That's true.
If you would like me to resign today, I can do so.
Have you ever felt pressured or thought about it that it's okay, I want to resign? Ever crossed your mind?
I have thought about it as my responsibilities have increased. I'm now a dean. It's a good thing I only do 13 contests in a year now. The largest number of contests I've done in a year is 76. The thing nearly killed me.
76 contests?
I did 76 contests in 1 year. It nearly killed me. I was ill in the middle of that program. And it was a year after that the other quiz mistresses joined. Yes. And so thinking about this, if that had continued, I would have quit by now. Now I get to do quarterfinals to the finals. That is only 13 contests. Like I said from the beginning of our interview, it's still fun for me. That's why I'm doing it.
And you're passionate about it.
And I'm passionate about it.
Right.
When it no longer is fun, I will leave.
You leave. Bennett says that, how does she still stay young? I'm watching her. She's cute. She's not Jay-Z, but she's forever young. Okay, so that's someone admiring you there. And Justice says, why is palm red? Ask her. Well, lots of messages coming in. We're going for a break. When we come back, there's a lot for us to talk about, get into a lot of things as well. We'll get into politics, but we have also something great coming up on the table. I'll not actually let the cat out of the bag. But I don't know why people want me to. Anyway, let's go for the break. When we come back, a lot more right here on Star Chat.
Bola Ray.
Bola Ray.
Bola Ray. Bullets.
Bola Ray.
Hit me.
Hey, Ma, the way you're always getting alerts these days, I won't be surprised to hear that you have gotten a Momo for Business account by my next visitor.
Oh, I'm already on Momo for Business,
Since when?
Since.
Now, it's easy to apply for a merchant SIM. All you need is a registered MTN number, your business certificate, your Ghana card, and you are good to go.
Sir,
you think you are the only one who knows WhatsApp, eh? Look, I just dialed *5051#, selected register, and the region I was requesting the SIM from, and waited for my SMS with my reference number. You can even go online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh and complete the details for an even better experience.
Hey, Grandma
3.5 FM. Sign up for Momo for Business the easy and simple way. Just visit momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh or dial *5051# and follow the prompts and be on your way to owning a Momo business account today for free. MTN.
When the member you don't know, a mere young day, and young one day, I am member, and nothing a Burma be here below. I am member, my Burma beer, what if you do what you call? You are petty to Tombia, and chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, and herbal shops beer. I was gonna have beer. And that's a friend. I was 0243-686861 and 0245-749206.
FD, I just had to be cut to you.
I said, have your takum yet. Maybe I a
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue? Calm down. I'm sure you'll be here soon. Oh, guys. Sorry I'm late. Koti bab me for road. Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan. Hey, you make Koti bab you sake of you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la, your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. But Edemu, Charlie, see, Edemu, insurance can Edemu one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
Hey, Ma, the way you're always getting alerts these days, I won't be surprised to hear that you have gotten a Momo for Business account by my next visitor. Oh, I'm already on Momo for Business, oh. Since when? Since. Now, it's easy to apply for a merchant SIM. All you need is a registered MTN number, your business certificate, your Ghana card, and you are good to go.
Sir,
you think you are the only one who knows WhatsApp, eh? Look, I just dialed *5051#, selected register, and the region I was requesting the SIM from, and waited for my SMS with my reference number. You can even go online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh and complete the details for an even better experience.
hey, Grandma Momo.
Sign up for Momo for Business the easy and simple way. Just visit momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh or dial *5051# and follow the prompts and be on your way to owning a Momo business account today for free. MTN.
Hey, Ma, the way you're always getting alerts these days, I won't be surprised to hear that you have gotten a Momo for Business account by my next visitor. Oh, I'm already on Momo for Business, oh. Since when? Since. Now, it's easy to apply for a merchant SIM. All you need is a registered MTN number, your business certificate, your Ghana card, and you are good to go.
Sir,
you think you are the only one who knows WhatsApp, eh? Look, I just dialed *5051#, selected register, and the region I was requesting the SIM from, and waited for my SMS with my reference number. You can even go online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh mtn.com.gh and complete the details for an even better experience. Hey, Grandma Momo.
Sign up for Momo for Business the easy and simple way. Just visit momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh or dial *5051# and follow the prompts and be on your way to owning a Momo business account today for free. MTN.
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue? Calm down. I'm sure you'll be here soon. Oh, guys. Sorry I'm late. Koti bab me for road. Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan. Hey, you make Koti bab you say you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la, your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. But Edemu, Charlie, see. Edemu, insurance sticker need demo one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
Takum, Wendy, a member you don't know, a mere young day, and young ye, I am Memedro, and Nutina Burma be a here below. I am Memedro, my Burma be a wedding fair to what you call. Be a petty to Tombia, and chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, and herbal shops beer. I was gonna hand beer. And not say friend, I was 0243 686861 and 0245 749206.
FD, I just had to be in
I said, Tabia Takuya, maybe I
Hey, Ma, the way you're always getting alerts these days, I won't be surprised to hear that you have gotten a Momo for Business account by my next visitor.
Oh, I'm already on Momo for Business, oh.
Since when?
Since. Now, it's easy to apply for a merchant SIM. All you need is a registered MTN number, your business certificate, your Ghana card, and you are good to go.
Sir,
you think you are the only one who knows what's up, eh? Look, I just dialed *5051#, selected register, and the region I was requesting the SIM from, and waited for my SMS with my reference number. You can even go online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh and complete the details for an even better experience.
Hey, Grandma Momo.
Sign up for Momo for Business the easy and simple way. Just visit momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh or dial *5051# and follow the prompts and be on your way to owning a Momo business account today for free. MTN.
Bola Ray. Hitman.
And welcome back with time reading 10 minutes after 8. You're on Star Chat. My name is Bola Ray, and my guest is here. Grinning from ear to ear. The beautiful Professor Elsie Kaufmann, our quiz mistress, is here. Prof, welcome back.
Thank you.
Right. All right, so a big thank you to MTN. Carrying multiple phones around can be such a chore, and we all know it. The bulge in your pocket, extra weight in your purse, and of course the stress of switching from one phone to the other to pick calls. Now imagine being able to switch between different phone numbers and yes, on the same phone easily and seamlessly. MTN is providing you that. Guess what? You can go seamless with MTN eSIM and enjoy the convenience. Yes, the convenience of connecting multiple phone numbers to one single phone or device. So simply download my MTN app today to request your MTN eSIM and enjoy the sweet, seamless life everywhere you go. And to Hubtel, sometimes buying your car insurance isn't the problem. It is when you forget to renew it and you get into trouble with the police or an accident. Instant car insurance. Hubtel is providing you that. Get your instant car insurance sticker anytime. So no long things, just install the Haptel app. Enter your car number for your instant insurance sticker. And you can also get a reminder for your next renewal date. Haptel is everything you. And Tabia Takum, big thank you to Tabia for supporting us. Male Vitality made with pure organic and natural herbs. So it's Tabia, and that's everywhere for you as well in all pharmaceuticals and herbal shops across the country. You can call them on 0243 686 861 or 0245 749 206. Kua Plus Mixture. Thank you for supporting us. So, Prof, welcome back. And like I said, loads of messages that we've received. My producer friend is pushing a lot to me, and interesting ones indeed. But let's talk about this. I mean, some suggest that quizzes out there are there to amplify the position that we talk more than we do. It translates into real impact in our society because they feel that what we're doing with NSMQ should be replicated for other fields of study like business, visual arts, and general arts. Is that what it is?
Yes, if somebody has interest in it, why not sponsor it? You see, the thing is, people like to criticize what is going on already without thinking about what they can also do for their areas of interest. There's nothing stopping anyone from starting another type of quiz or even something else completely. Do they know how much trouble Primetime goes through to be able to organize something at this scale? Nothing is stopping you. Please go ahead
and do something for business, for visual arts, for general arts.
There's nothing stopping anyone. Just go ahead and do it.
All right.
If it's exciting enough, we'll follow it.
We'll follow it. It's exciting enough, we will follow it. Were you also expectant of the president at this year's final?
Yes, I was actually thinking that he would come.
And what happened?
I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I didn't ask.
Oh, you didn't ask?
No.
Did you see the memes and stuff on social media that it was the problem of the day?
Normally, I don't even check these things, but people insist on sending them to me personally.
when you saw them, when you read it out, and what was your reaction?
I was amused. I told you about my sister, right?
Right.
So my sister shows up and to come and give me a stern warning.
Oh, really?
Yes. He says, President is coming. I know you've seen these comments. I send them to you myself. Be careful.
Dr. Duchum was there, and I remember you actually on a lighter note mentioned something with problem of the day, and then you brought him in a way. But
yes,
you also have your side, and I respect you for that. Many think that you are boring. A professor should be boring, laid back, and all of that. You are not that type.
I need to enjoy my life.
I love that. You need to enjoy your life.
Yes.
Speaking of the problem of the day, tonight we want you to answer 2 questions for us.
Hey, not even one.
Okay, we'll do just one for you.
Please,
1 question.
Do you have a bonanza?
For you.
If you can't compensate me, I'm not doing this.
You're not. Special Eyes will do something for you. We have a message from Dr. Forisa Point as well. You never know. If you get this right, we're going to score you. You never know what my producers have arranged just for you. So let's see how the quiz mistress, Professor Elsie Effah Kaufmann, how you fare under pressure, like the contestants.
I don't need pressure.
You don't need pressure.
My pressure is tomorrow, my conference.
Yes.
Starting at 8:30
So talk about your conference before we get into it.
Yes, please. That is more pressure than what you're going to tell me, which doesn't help me today. Yes.
This is pressure for you.
Yes. I have a conference coming up. The School of Engineering Sciences at University of Ghana is 20 years old. Hooray. 20 good years. And as one of the celebratory activities, we are having the first engineering conference. It's going to be
engineering conference.
It's going to be an annual event.
Congratulations.
But this is the first one. I have my team of very hard-working committee members, the planning committee, my research committee. They've been working so hard to make sure that this is a success. And so we are going to be at the University of Ghana, the ISSE Conference Center, and also the School of Engineering Sciences. We are neighbors.
Right.
So that's where we are going to be tomorrow. We are going to be there from 8:30 in the morning all the way to 4 p.m.
So tomorrow, 8:30 to 4 p.m., the first ever engineering conference right here in Ghana.
Yes. Come
Champions,
and see what
spearheaded by the one and only Professor Elsie Kaufmann and her team.
Yes.
This is amazing. Congratulations, Prof.
Thank you so much. My people have worked so hard. I appreciate them.
You appreciate them.
Yes,
and
Dr. Mills, Professor Nyankson, Dr. Hayford. Oh, thank you all.
Right. Oh, we say thank you. So, it's now time for the problem of the day. So we're ready for the problem of the day. Pre-sec all students have decided to order custom beverage dispensing machine from Special Ice Beverages, a self-service vendor machine manufacturer, as a reward for their quiz NSMQ team to be used during the preparations. The machine is supposed to dispense soda, cola, multi-fruit, and iced tea. It is required that the machine has a button for each choice of drink so that an individual can have it at most one of the three choices. You are required to design a vending machine. So prepare a truth table for the above problem, clearly stating your assumptions. 2, derive a simplified expression for the inputs and output of the vending machine. And you have 2 minutes. Here we go. So we're waiting on you. Your pen is right there. We have problem of the day. Professor Kaufmann.
103.5 Starr FM.
Okay, so quiz mistress.
Is it over?
Oh, no, you have a minute.
Oh,
so, or you want to use 30 seconds to solve it?
Oh, the outcome is going to be the same.
103.5 Starr.
Okay, so I'll come in and tell us. So, why do you decide to sit on the fence and not attempt it?
Because I have enough points from the previous rounds.
You have enough points
from the previous rounds. You see, the whole thing is a game.
Yes.
So you strategize. You decide where you're going to come in and where you're going to ignore the question.
Wow.
And for me, this one is not very exciting for me.
Really?
So I'm not going to do it.
You don't like the problem of the day?
So I'm taking the 0 here. And then when it gets to the riddles, I will tell you, Bola Ray, you are the star.
You want to get into the riddles, huh? Okay, so Francis, we have the riddles coming up. So you want to skip this question. The quiz mistress says that, I plead the fifth. But this one, let it pass. But I'm ready for the riddles. And we're going to put you, no, you're such an interesting character. Don't I love this woman? You're just simply amazing. You're simply amazing. That I must say. Wow. So we're ready to get into
the truth table out of me.
You don't want to give us the truth table, huh? Because the professor who sent us this question, Francis, I think that we should raise him on the line, but let's have the riddles as well. So with the problem of the day, when you are there and the children are trying to solve it and they go through, for you, how is it like and what do you look out for?
I normally would have gone through the problem of the day several times. Remember, the first time will be with the consultants.
Right.
And then I go sit down and I usually decide on the mark allocation. And it has to be very clear. This is the reason why I must reject certain questions. If it's not very clear, it will create all kinds of problems for us.
Correct.
So I have a marking scheme. And then I also have to think about alternate ways in which the students are going to be able to solve the problem.
Right.
So it's not always, people think that it's everything on the paper that I'm looking for. Sometimes knowledge of the thing is also
that also plays a vital role.
Yes, because sometimes they go in a different route. Wow. But if it makes sense, you need to allocate.
Do you learn every day as well? I mean, yes, you're an authority in your field and all of that, but for you?
We will continue learning until the day we die. Even until on the deathbed, we will learn how to die. So learning is part of us. Yes.
Right.
The moment you stop learning, you've started to die.
I love that.
Yes.
So riddle.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
Go ahead.
I work at Kumasi.
Hey.
I am an associate professor at the Department of Computer Engineering at KNUST. Should I continue?
Mm-hmm.
I am currently the head of department of the same department. That's the Computer Engineering Department.
Yes.
You want to try or
Professor Kouwa. Did I get that right?
The last time we physically met was right here in Accra. Should I continue? I have that person on the line for you to surprise you. Right. So we're raising Prof on the line, and you were just right with that. So Prof is on the line. Hello. Hello.
Please, how much are you giving in terms of scores?
Hello. We'll come to that because you always save that. Hello, Prof.
Yes, I'm here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Very well. So this evening we're celebrating one of your very good friends, and she got it right. She tried the riddle, even at the fourth, before we move on to the fifth to give her a clue, she was able to come in. So what do you want to say to her this evening as we celebrate her, Professor Kowa? What is it on your mind? She actually, had to swerve, dodge, or evade the problem of the day, which you actually said for us. So after you...
that's your handiwork, Professor Kowa.
You've blown my cover.
Yes, Bob, we've blown your cover. No, she mentioned it, and she mentioned your name. So we had to. But go ahead, Prof. She's all ears. She's right here. Talk to us.
Oh, actually, I thought that with a riddle, she would maybe she would mention someone else's name. So, yeah, she surprised me. And then I think that, I'm surprised. Yeah, and she's proving that she understands the game. So,
wow.
Yeah, big ups to her.
Big ups to her. Engineer Professor Emmanuel Kofi Akubwa, you are the man. And we're celebrating you as well. But two tough questions you gave us, She says that's for the table of truth.
It's not a difficult question.
It's not
a strategy. I know her that she would definitely sit out because
and the match would have been over what? 10, 15?
She was ahead of the competition, so why would she stress herself to pick a pen just to struggle for 10 marks?
It's an alliance here. I thought it was 90 marks, so that the rest of the tables would have been 10. Prof, thank you very much this evening for joining us. It's been great, and we're looking forward to hosting you on the show as well. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Tell her I miss her. Next time she comes, let's have lunch.
Oh, he says that, You've been missing for a minute, so please get in touch. That's what he's saying. Next time you're in Kumasi, do lunch with him.
See, last time I was in Kumasi, I had live questions. When I have live questions, my freedom is curtailed. I can't be moving around so much. That's why I didn't go look for him.
Wow. Okay. Now this one is coming from Messi. Messi says, Bola, great program. I just can't move or get out of my car. I love it, and I love the quiz mistress. Ask her, her school Ebri girls never won or has never won the NSMQ. Oh, you should see her here in the studios, eh? How does she feel about her school not being able to get there, at least doing well at the competition? Tell us, Prof. How do you feel genuinely about that?
I wish they do better. But then again, it's what you put in that you get out. And I know very well that my school, we have not been putting in as much as we should. Maybe if we
But champion that, Prof. You are there.
No,
Nana says that she'll give the questions. No, she's not like that. She's a professional. She won't give it to Ebri girls.
Really?
Yeah.
All these years. Why will I compromise my reputation? Some people don't understand the value I put to my reputation. No way, no how.
So with the Brig girls not being in there, sometimes you feel it. You wish that yes they were there, but they're not putting their effort as a school. Is that what you're saying?
I think they can do better.
They can do better.
Yes, and that goes for all the girls' schools.
All the girls' schools. Are you consoled by the fact that your boys, collab school, 8 times champions pre-sec? So at least if a Brig girls is not there, I saw an artwork, Pregis or something, pre-sec, a Brig girls. So yeah, of course they are your boys. Are you consoled by that fact that at least pre-sec is there for us?
I am happy that a school finds value in what we are doing and is willing to invest so much. When I hear the stories of the things that go on at Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, I am not surprised.
What are stories?
There are people, it seems as if their contestants are preparing even well before they even get into the school.
Is it?
So some young junior high school student or even basic school student is watching this program and observing how well the school is doing and deciding that they are going to go to that school. These days, there are all kinds, Professor Kuwe's own program. There are all kinds of programs, quiz programs, they are practicing there. By the time they get to Presec to come and join that team, they already have a head start. Compare this to a girls' school that is picking their candidates or their contestants after mock in final year. Are they on the same playing field? Wow. So they have the structures in place. At Presec right now, I'm sure they have several different teams. And they didn't start this just yesterday. They have their first year team. Even the first year, you know how many students went to Presec just to be on the team. So I'm sure they have multiple teams in first year.
Interesting. So
when other schools are singing and dancing, these people are doing quiz programs in the school.
Wow. But when other schools are singing and dancing, but they also need to come and cheer them on, and they need that.
Well, unfortunately, they don't get points for those things.
So, in line with that, what do you also make of, Owas did very well. They are Form 1 boy, Stephen, and his performance. Clearly, what do you make of him?
That's impressive. It's impressive. It's the first time we've had a first year student go all the way to the grand finale.
Wow.
It's commendable. It's commendable. But again, you see, this is somebody who has been through, even before getting to senior high school, he was winning competitions. That should tell you something.
So the consistency, the training, the dedication is important. We need to deliberate.
Let's get something. I mentioned it before, but I don't know if you were paying attention. Right. There is the technical knowledge and competence aspect of this program.
Correct.
And if it were just about that, our girls' schools, several other schools would have won by now. The technical competence we normally check in round 1. And you see that they'd all do well.
Yes, right. That's right.
Then there is the game aspect of the thing. You must have strategy. You must have strategy. You must understand that it is a game. Know when to go for it and know when to leave it. Know how to even answer the question. Because like round 2, for example, I told you the explanations will not help if that's not what I've asked you for, right? It has to be perfect because there's no partial credit in round 2. So knowing some of these things will help you to also play the game.
Wow.
Knowing how to even press the bell, when to press so that you don't get...
So there's a whole strategy to this.
Oh, there's a whole strategy to everything.
Knowing when to press the bell.
Oh, yeah.
And knowing when not to.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nanekia Ejapoma says, wow, Bola Ray. Another side of this lady. She will become president one day. Okay. Oh, she says no politics for her, right? No politics. You won't accept any political appointment?
No, I'm not interested.
You are not interested?
I'm very busy being an academic right now.
So they come to you, someone comes to you and say, well, Minister for you not take it.
Allow me to do my academic things.
Simple. And you'll be any problem. So Nanekia Japoma, Papa Asamoah says, Bola, Prof is one strict woman. I'm told she leaves her students behind when they are late for field trips.
Yes,
is that right?
That's true. That's true. So I agree with you. We are going on field trip. We all agree. I don't tell you, come at this time. We all agree we'll meet at 5 a.m. to set out. You know exactly where we are going. 5 a.m. you are not there. Me, I'm there 5 minutes to 5.
You move.
We will move. So you'll see people following with taxi and other things.
Oh, you do that to them, and you are gone, long gone.
Oh yeah, we are gone.
Wow.
They know where to come because we all agreed where we're going.
They'll meet you at countryside. You're long gone. So do you listen to music? Do you go out there for parties and wow?
I like music.
You like music? Who's your favorite Ghanaian musician?
Yeah, that one is difficult.
Well, currently, who I mean, we get to your on your
I
iPad
like
or your phone.
Music.
Oh, classical music. Yes. So no Ghanaian musician cuts it for you, Prof?
Oh, I listen to everything.
Everything. So like who? I mean, you have some favorites?
I am not mentioning any names.
You know, you don't want any trouble. But you love Ghanaian music.
I like
Afrobeats. Have you heard of Afrobeats?
I like all kinds of music. You'll be amazed.
Even
in my university
Are you a great dancer?
No, I'm pathetic.
But you sing?
So I like to watch.
You like to watch?
Yes.
A good singer?
No, I don't sing.
You don't have a great voice for that? Wow. Do you go out for social, programs? You go out like maybe parties, pubs, lounges?
If I'm invited to events, I try to go.
You try to go?
I try to go, yes.
Wow. In wrapping up, it's now time for the mystery questions. Well, we have two for you.
Mystery questions.
Yes, Professor Kaufmann. And we're ready. So, the question, and I'll read it because today I feel like I'm the quiz master. Which president of Ghana in our history has done the most for science and technology, in your opinion? Nkrumah, Rawlings, Kufuor, President Mahama, President Mills, or Akufo-Addo?
I'm going to go for history.
Yeah.
Nkrumah.
You think?
The reason being, Nkrumah was a visionary. If you look at even Akosombo Dam, to think of such a thing, and the amount of science, engineering that goes into doing something like that.
So for you, Nkrumah stands tall when it comes to science and technology.
I'm going to go for it.
Oh, get closer to the microphone.
I'm going for Nkrumah.
Nkrumah
yes,
for you,
I'm
all
going
time.
For Nkrumah. And also the industries during his time, if we had continued on that path, maybe we would be very far ahead by now. Yeah.
So for you, it is...
So historical. I'm being historical.
That is fair. That is fair. What brings you the biggest joy as we wrap up all of this? What brings you the biggest joy, Prof?
When I see people realizing their potential. Yes. Just yesterday, I had a meeting with some of my students, undergraduate students, project students, and they told me she was bold. She said, I intimidate because they think I demand too much. And I had to explain to them that I do that because I see the potential in them. Sometimes I see things in them that they don't know about themselves. And one of the things I really dislike is wastefulness. So you cannot be hanging around me with such great potential and then you...
Let it go waste? No.
Yeah. So my greatest joy is to see them realizing their potential. I told them yesterday that in a year's time, when they are talking about their final year project, and they are speaking with confidence,
that is
that
where
they
know
what they are about, that would be my greatest joy.
Interesting.
So, yes. So the young people that I come into contact with, who make something of themselves, who have such great potential, and actually take advantage of the opportunities that are available to them, that is my joy.
You talked about your biggest failure earlier, but your biggest regret will be what? Not doing what?
I usually don't have regrets.
You're a positive person.
Yes. Even if something negative happens, and maybe my failure, but I learned so many lessons out of that. So it's not a regret at the end of the day.
Right.
I learn from it.
Learn from it.
Yes.
Lessons learned.
Yes.
Of course, that's what it is. In wrapping up, your prayer for Ghana will be what?
I'm looking forward to a Ghana where we have increased the level of knowledge of the world around us, where we understand what it is that we are trying to achieve, where we are working together towards this common goal,
right?
Where every day we see progress. Oh, that would be a wonderful Ghana.
And we don't have that Ghana now.
No, we have too many things that are disturbing us, that are plaguing us, a lack of knowledge in many things, people that don't really seem to love the country, we don't seem to have a common vision most of the time. So people are pulling at different parts of Ghana and doing different things. The day we start working towards a common goal, it will be amazing.
Let's work towards a common goal. Professor Elsie Kaufmann, thanks so much for accepting our invitation. I'm glad you made it. Tomorrow is a conference. Is a conference open to everyone?
Please come. Please come.
All right.
Please come and see what we're doing. Yes.
We love you for that. God bless you richly. And you know what? Keep on keeping on.
Thank you so much.
We love you as a people.
Thank you so much.
And I hope that we go out there to attend a party or something, one of these days.
One of these days, yes.
We serve on a committee together.
We do.
I know that I'll see you there.
Yes. Yes. We are supposed to be doing wonderful things. I missed you at our last event.
I know, right? Yes. You see me. You see me. Thank you very much, Prof. And have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure hosting you on Star Chat.
Thank you.
And I'm happy we did this.
Good.
I'm happy.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Bless. Oh, yes, what a woman. Right here on Star 103.5 FM. And we've learned a lot. DJ Mono, Untouchable, you're just great. So it's going out to the whole team. I say thank you very much. Led by Francis Aban. Guys, you make it happen every week. And we are indebted to you. My name is Kwabena Anoche Adisi Bola Ray. God bless all of us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We're out.
Oh, yo, 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 yo. The Cassandra, you see me, you did.